Still no hummingbirds. So it goes, I guess. They're coming. It's the 22nd. So here's what I got delivered. Yes, for my hay fever. Okay. So this is what we got. And we're going to hope this works. Not a sponsor, of course. Now, gang, let me tell you a little secret here. Come on, focus. There you go. 37901. The instructions are very simple. You're going to wait 24 hours. It'll set up in 2 to 4 hours, but it's anything and everything is 24 hours. I don't know. Most everything except maybe hot glue out of a hot glue gun or something. I mean, stuff like that. But stuff like this is generally you're going to have to give it a day, especially in this kind of condition. Continuous up to 1,000, and it says right there, exhaust manifolds, very first thing. Now the thing that I found interesting was that it says if the crack ain't big enough, make the crack bigger. So make it a 1/8 gap, and you know, it always, whenever you think you got something stirred, you don't stir it some more. And I'm gonna take the manifold and I'm going to put it on the wire wheel on the grinder and clean it up real good and try to get it as even as I can. It looks like it has a little bit of a little place that's kind of standing up. It's about to rain, so I think the thing to do is just get it as good as you can. Now my methodology here is probably going to be to put it on kind of tightly but not fully cinched. I don't know if you run into maybe I'll take some out and do a little sample. I don't know if it gets real hard. If it gets real hard and you leave it a little loose and you tighten up, you could crack it. So I don't know what that does. So I think I might just I'm in no hurry to get the Bonneville off the lift. And do not crank up a motor without exhaust manifolds on it. It's just bad for them. Learn that in radio control, because if the exhaust is leaving too easily, you can overheat your exhaust valves, and you don't want to do that. So clean it real good. Clean everything. Roughen it. I'll be roughing it with a wire wheel, and we'll put it together. And it's almost 11 o'clock, and I kind of feel like the cat drugged me in last night, so I'm kind of beat. I don't feel good. So I'm going to just go at this as easy as I can. And still working on the pond. I got to see those 2 cans of black stuff. I apparently got some different brand, and that stuff's entirely too thick for what I need to, what my plan is to pour down around the base. That'll be in a different video. But I got to go back to the stove and get something that has a little bit more viscous. Well, there's your answer. If it can be drilled and everything else, it firms up pretty solid. Big hunk of glue there, and so if you can do all that, I don't think I would leave it too loose. I think I would try to get it firmly in place. Now I have another idea. I've got some, see that stove right there, that door? The high heat seal around the door wasn't good enough in this particular circumstance, and it leaked. So I got some more. So I might try to untangle some of that stuff, de-weave it, or whatever you say that, take it apart, and maybe lace this stuff in there with some of that, and kind of make a fibrous, fiberglass kind of something that makes this a little bit. I don't know how thick this is yet, but if it's not thick enough, or I feel like I want a little bit more of a gasket, I might just make my own. Well, let's take a look here. It's sealed. I don't want to open it until I need to use it. I was hoping it was sealed like that. Okay, good. So we'll, I don't want any oxygen to get to it till I'm ready to use it, because that's obviously what sets it off. All right, trying to beat the rain here. So here we are, and I'm going to tell you what I was talking about here. See that little lip right there? I got to go see if I can get that off and get this cleaned up. Now, this will be back at the grinder. Don't you wish used tube had better framing? It's not my fault. I see it happen to us all. I just wish it was a little bit not so chalky, because I'm a man of action. I hardly ever use a tripod. I do like using them. Where did I put that? God, it's been floating around here forever. It's always like that. Let's see if I can find that piece of material that I told you I was going to try to de-thread and use somewhere. I don't think I put it anywhere too terrible. I'll find it. So I thought I might unravel this and sort of work it around here somehow. I don't think that's going to work. Let's just see how evil this stuff is. I grinder first. Yeah, there's my Healy coils I did. So unbelievable that thing's lasted since 1964, but it has. Okay, over to the grinder. Okay, let's see what we get here. I'm just going to show you a little bit because this is... Yeah, that's just some kind of residue from an old gasket there. Well, when I get to the other side, I feel like I'll be able to just kind of do it on the car instead of taking the whole thing off. But we'll see. The other side don't seem to be leaking so much, so I don't know if I'm going to mess with it or not. But if it's anything like this side, I probably should. So this is a good time to wear a respirator, because you don't know if that has asbestos in it. Okay, let's, it cleaned up pretty good. I feel it's okay. It says you should sand it to make it rough, but I think that's rough enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put it here and just glop it on there real nice and good, and we'll stick it back. I got the car up. I didn't do the green subscribe button, but you know to do that anyway, don't you? Okay, so let's see if I can get it up in the car. You'll have to go up and down a couple times to get everything aligned. And I'll bolt this on probably before I get all these. You know, never tighten anything up till you got all the bolts in. So let's see what this stuff's like. It says it's pretty thick. So let's just hang with me a second. That's a dangerous spot because I've been cutting tile there. So there's that, see? And then let's see what this stuff's like. Okay, the clock is running on this stuff. Okay, ooh, it will need to be stirred up for sure. It's thick, but it's got some loosey-goosey stuff in there. So, all right, I'm going to need both hands to do that. So be sure and just keep mixing it. That ought to be more than enough for both sides. So, like I said, I'm just going to glop it on there. I think that cleaning it off probably will help stop some of the leaks too. There was a little bit of an ear right there. I took that off too. I was afraid it was going to interfere with tightening up. Now, like I say, I had this exhaust system put on this car, so it's never really been a problem. But the old boy who did it, he was great. But you know, all it does is just this, you know, with the metal. So, all right, mix it up, put it on there. Let's see what we got. See where I've been cutting tile? It kind of makes a mess. Don't breathe that stuff in, whatever you do. I said I didn't use tripods very much, and then today I'm using them like crazy. Let's see here. It's kind of be in the way a little bit. Oh, I hear the rain coming. Okay, I've been stirring this stuff for a while. It's you got to stir it real good to get it the right consistency, and it's lumpy. It's lumpy Rutherford in there. So just kind of like I said, you think you did it, you didn't. Yeah, still working on the Spitfire behind me. I'm waiting on that voltage regulator. Why can't they? Oh, I don't guess that's. I'm not really looking at that. I'm thinking of other things. Yep, here, picking up rain. Everybody's in, so everything's good. Okay. Well, I don't think it's going to take a great amount of this stuff, but I'm going to overdo it, that's for sure. Oh, that's a pretty good consistency to put on a work surface. Now, I don't know if this is like a regular JB Weld. Most of you who use JB Weld know you can kind of speed it up a little bit if you heat it very gently. I don't think I'm going to worry about that here. It didn't say you could, so I'm not going to try. Look at that, it's skinning up already. I think it was doing that. Another YouTube extravaganza hugging. Okay. Yeah, you got a couple hours for it to set, as they say. Mind frame. I guess I am. Work time's pretty forgiving, seems like. All right, let's just keep it going here. This is one of those things I'm going to just err on the side of caution for sure. Got such long hair. Sometimes it fakes you out because one day you kind of get used to it bothering you. And one of the days when I first moved in here, I got up, I went outside, walked down to the barn, came back in, and my hair was sort of tickling me on my right ear a little bit. And okay, I just really didn't care. Got to brush my teeth and stuff. And I looked in the mirror, and it was a gigantic writing spider sitting like on my ear. And I told Sean about it. Sean knows. Sean's sort of like Johnny Paul Jason and Andy Griffith. He kind of knows everything. And Sean does know a lot of stuff. And he told me that he had a friend get bit in the hand, and it just was devastating. I didn't know writing spiders were so poisonous. And of course, we all know what'll happen if it writes your name. You die. But he said if it bit my ear, I probably had to have my ear taken off. And I'm not real super attractive as it is to most people. Some people I am. So I think didn't want to go around looking like Lee Van Cleef or Vincent Van Gogh or anybody like that. So, well, that's pretty messy there. I like that. Didn't even look like I hardly used any. But like I say, I'm going to go around and around. Make sure there are no lumps in it. I don't want anything messing that up. So I imagine if it continued to leak, you could just, it's viscous enough to where you could just sort of pack it down in there if you could wait 24 hours for it to cure. I think I said that on a little bit of recording I did this morning. Almost no matter what it says, it's going to be 24 hours. Okay. I don't think there's probably a point of too much on this. I don't really want to get it down in the threads because I do want to take it apart again one day. Maybe. I hope that it'll stay like this for a long time. It does sort of skin up pretty quick, and it's a humid day, obviously, since I said it's raining and everything. So I'm kind of surprised that it's skinning so well. And even if your products are petroleum-based, it does matter. Look at that. See, I didn't hardly use any. It seems like. So stuff goes a long way. I don't want to waste any, though. Now, I found some muffler paste I had over there from when I went through all that trouble with the rimmer. Golly, what a bunch of, sorry. But anyway, I got the exhaust system for the TR4 over there, and I think I'll just leave this here. And, but that paste doesn't last long. Once oxygen hits that stuff, it's pretty bad. Let's take a look here. Sorry about that noise there. I didn't realize it was going to rebound like that. Okay, well, whatever. Look at that. It's got a level like I'm ever going to use that. Okay, let's come back this way. Okay. So there we go. And we're going to just be careful with it, and we're going to stick it back up in its home. Oh, everything's in the way. Yeah, I know it's a mess. Don't wipe that on your pants or nothing. Yeah, I can tell by looking at it, it's skinning up a little bit. So that's okay. Oh, at least it don't smell so funny down here with all that gas. Got into this stuff. Let's see. There's the streamline that I modified not to use their proprietorial battery thing. Okay, that's going to be a little tricky to get up in there, but that's okay. We're going to get them. And those are the manifold bolts and the downpipe bolts. So it looks like I didn't move that gasket around much. Okay, I don't think I can do this one-handed, obviously, because I got to hold it and not hit it on anything, and then get a bolt or two up in there, and then we'll be okay. Once again, make sure your battery's disconnected, because that sucker right there, that little metal piece right there, would be hot, and you're going to be touching your manifold to it, so you don't want that. Okay. Yeah, the old Hydromatic, she drips a little bit. Not enough to be worried about. Okay. Okay, let's turn this on bright so it won't flutter. Okay, so I've got 2 bolts started. I didn't have too much, little damage there. I wiped it off a little bit in a couple of places. But I'm going to try to just gob some more on there. Dang, if I don't think that's not all right. But once you put that, this rim thing on here, you're kind of closed off. But I got her started. And so let's go up top side. And see what it's like up there and get those going. Well, wasn't too bad. I didn't mess it up too much. Let's see if I can see more from on top there. Alright, come on, there we go. So there they are. Couldn't get on that if I had to down there. I could just scrape a little bit on my finger around that thing. I don't think so. You know, by Jove, I think between getting the, kind of see it right there. There you go, kind of. Okay, well that's good enough. You get what I mean. I kind of feel like getting it clean and just getting that enough of that goo on there is probably good enough. It's goo enough. I think I'll keep this up here because I might need it. Okay. All right. I got the manifold up there good enough. Look at that. I didn't mess that up too bad. And it is skinned up. So I'm just going to glob some more on there. I mean, what am I saving it for? I got it to put it here. Looks like it's made contact with the ring on the downpipe already anyway. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my finger. And we're going to go, ouch. I'm going to get it down. Got so much of it, might as well use it up, huh? Let's see if I can just dab it up a little bit more. Can't hoit, a little dab will do ya. The stuff skins up a little quicker than you think it will. But there you go. I've got it going. And I'm just gonna cinch her up pretty good. Not real good. Cause the stuff in 30 minutes it was almost not usable, so it does cure a little quicker. So I was able to get my fingers and go around the rim of the downpipe. So I feel like I got a bunch in there. It feels good. I mean, it feels a lot more sealed. I don't know. Well, it was a dog, not a seal, but close enough. I've got everything cinched up pretty tight. I'll cinch it on down tomorrow. I can tell that that's seated real nicely. So, okay, well, we're good on the left side. I'm gonna go ahead and do this right side too, and just change the oil. Got like 5 miles on the oil. That's good too. Rubber looks good. I think I just did all that. Okay, so that ain't too bad to get to. Those have been run through though. Look at that brass. Say, somebody got talent. And I think I'm going to let that down. Just rim some of that around there, because that way it'll be cured about the same time this other side is. So let's just do that. I don't see any reason in not doing that. Took me 5 minutes to get this down. So there we are again, huh? Yeah, I think it'd be the right thing to do to pack this with some stuff. It looks like I've already done that. Ooh, I barely got that bolt on there. That's good enough though. Alright, there's that little damper thing that they used to put on these. Or they did put on them, and they used to work. Even they ain't worked in a long time. Well, let's just get it on your fingers and glop it around and mark it for duty. Okay, I got it dabbed all around the manifold part, but this is what I was talking about before. See this little crown right here? You just sort of lip it on in there like that and go around, and that'll you got the double duty there. And you got 20 or 30 minutes to put it back together. All right, so let's get that off of me. I don't know what's in it. Can't do it with gloves on. 10 minutes. I mean, it just didn't take any time at all just to make sure it was squeaky. So I got a little place right here where I've put some, and I guess it's 5 o'clock on Friday. We'll come back down here in the morning and tighten it up. I kind of want to just run a little test and see how long that cures or how it looks. Okay, so everything's looking good. So we're going to suspend right now. We're going to stop and we're going to wait till tomorrow. So tomorrow. All right, it's not quite tomorrow, but I wanted to show you. See how it's got a lip around it where it's met. That's good. Everything's tight. Now you want to remember something on exhaust manifolds and such. You don't want to get this cast iron. It's old. Don't hit it too hard with the torque, okay? And you don't have to hit it too hard with the torque anyway. I think, what is it on TR4's manifold? They're only like 17 to 22 pound-feet or something. So they're not tight because they expand. So you want to keep that in mind. Okay, now we're going to go to tomorrow. Just want to say a few other little things here. So we're going to just we're going to let her down for tonight, and we'll check her out tomorrow. Okay, I'm happy about all this. Good. Okay, glad I took the time. It's nothing over here. Steering boxes is what gets you on this side, especially in North America most of the time. It is exactly 24 hours later, so I think this is all firmed up. So we're going to take her up one more time, and we're going to check everything underneath. I want to check and see what that little hard bit did, that little test little bit thing, and we're going to take her out for our little ride. It's the rain seems to have subsided, so that's good. So let's just take her out for a little once around. Do you want to? See if it's any different. I just poured another 5 gallons in her to her. That's just a sip. So I guess she got about 8 gallons in her now. Yesterday I said I wasn't going to do this, but today's a new day.
Hit that subscribe button. It's green and everything. Just a little bit of cleanup, not bad. Let's wait for the big noise. Ready for the big noise? Kablank. Come on, baby. What's wrong with you? There you go. Kablank. Kaboom. What do you know? It's windy. I can't believe it. Alright. Well, they did call for it. Well, let's see here. We'll go down here together in real time. We'll get this going. Alright. So there's my little test shot right there. Yeah, that's well, I can't argue with that. That's pretty tough right there. Those things are tough. Okay, well, let's tighten all this stuff up and just make sure we're good. All this trouble, I don't want any poofing. Okay. All right, there it is. Okay. All right, we got the music going. That's the easiest I've ever done that in my life. Let's see. This. We're not into it for music, are we? Okay. We got fuel. Okay, that'd be about right. Give her a little accelerator pump action. Okay. Well, do you not hear that? Yeah, that's that's right. I know that motors don't record well. That's nice. Clock running. I didn't even touch it. The clock is running. Uh-oh. Okay. Don't want to over-gas that thing. Hate that the one at Spitfire went out. Them things happen. Take brakes off. Make sure it brakes all the way off. I think I'm going to turn the lights on. It's out here. There you go. I'm going to turn the lights on. Battery's charging fine. Light went out. This alternator just excites easily. Sometimes they're different. I guess it's the voltage regulator or diode trio or something. Alright, well, we're gonna back her out and hit the road, Jack. There you go. Okay, everything else is good. Let's turn the music up and have some fun. Been a couple of minutes, that's enough. Same piece of music, I'm sure you all noticed that. Alright, well, I don't have wheel chocks in. Alright, let's go here. Yeah, that's going to be interesting right there, getting them dents out of that thing. Alright, that's good enough. It's not raining. Okay, cool. Woo. They're Vent Blast. Miss Shin. Talking about one hot German mama. As a German teacher, first or second year, she was I'll tell you her name was Ruck. And she was well named because that's about all she was worth, about one ruck. Half a ruck. But Miss Shin was cool. But she smoked a lot. She's bound to be gone by now. Always wearing that leather and blonde hair and that vixen look on her face. Mein Hut hot dry ecken. Say that again, baby doll. All right, let's get on the road. They don't look like honey dogs or anything, but they're loud. Well, I'm on my little favorite stretch right here. It'll be leafing up soon. This is my little test hill here. Yeah, she's getting warmed up a little bit. Yeah, she's got that 389 pole, baby. Listen to that under a load, or don't listen to that. I gotta tell you, that's just a darn sight better. We used to go to a boat landing called Bill's Landing, and it was right next to the dam. And his sign out the road said, Bill's Landing, best by dam site. Speaking of leaves, wow. And you know that you don't worry about the carbon monoxide. I got kind of a funky smell. I guess it might be that paste kind of hardening, burning off a little bit. You know what? I might should have run it for a minute or two and let it sit for half an hour, but too late now. Alright, let's look at that. Vultures. Oh well. I'm just kind of seeing how she's shifting. Can't see the little red head anyway. Yep, we're up to cruising temperature there. Alright, let's put her back in the barn. I've got to tell you, that's just a pure pleasure. If you ever seen that rare classic car guy, he's pretty good. He likes all kind of other stuff. No doubt about it, these GMs of this era are just Cloud 9, baby. Cloud 9.1. Oh, look at that guy there with that nice little truck. That kind of fella there. Alright, just stick with me and we'll put her up in the barn. And then I'm going to go in. Look at that, don't need a pole or anything. I didn't fall into the trap of let's do a bunch of disc brakes. And I'm glad I didn't. I didn't fall into that trap on this car. Nor, oh, there's a sock in it. Alright. And I didn't fall into that trap with the, ooh, lost my hat. Ooh, whoa. Hat went in the ditch. Keep it between the ditches. Okay. My goodness. I look kind of silly with that going on. Without that going on. Okay. So, golly, that was frightening. But yeah, it's hard to describe the beauty with riding in this thing. Long-lived dogs. That was John's box. Dogs living long. Alright. Alright. Jeeper creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those eyes? Okay, lights off. Fuel pump off. Car off. That's off. Okay. Well, gang, that's all there is to it. That's all you got to do. Wasn't too bad. This is not a difficult car to work on that particular area. First couple years I had it, I sure didn't want to do it. But now it's a piece of cake. Once you get used to things, it's not so bad. Found that in the back of that Nash Metropolitan. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll think of something to do later. Now, I could swear that when I got in this car, that thing was showing, I guess, maybe the key was on. I doubt that. Maybe it was in accessory. That could be it. Does that thing come on when it's in the accessory? Yeah, it does. That must have been it. The fuel tank thing. Okay. Alright. Bye-bye, guys. Oh. What else have I got? It's on the list up there somewhere. Oh, I got to do some work on the Healy. Nothing big. Just a little bit of work on the Healy. Alright. Well, that stays on too when the key's out. I don't remember how all this stuff works. There they are this morning, spreading the stuff out there. There'll be some happy wheat collecting coming up here pretty soon. Alright. Let's go back in and leave that stuff on me. I don't want to get fertilized. Wouldn't do any good anyway.